NBA going to start back up? What are the issues with that? There's a lot, right? Like, what's your gut on an NBA restart to finish this season?
I don't have any idea. I mean, it's so complicated. I think people don't understand how complicated it is. I mean, first thing is all the states are going to reopen at different times. So, what do you do? So Georgia's opened up. So Atlanta's guys can go into their facilities. I anticipate Florida's going to open up fairly soon, but Illinois may not. And, California may not. Like, where's the fairness there?
Right.
And then how much do you open up? I mean, right now they're saying they can go in and use the facility, but they've laid out some pretty specific rules. I mean, it's going to be one guy at a basket with somebody rebounding, that's a long way from playing. And so how do you get from there to letting guys work against each other, going 5-on-5, to then playing games, which even if it's with no fans, I don't know what you're talking about, 100, 150 people it takes. Yeah. And then what people don't understand is what Adam Silver and the league and the teams have to be ready for is, okay, you open back up based on the numbers. Now, what do you do when another guy tests positive for the coronavirus? And now you've got to, by the rules I've been reading, now you got to quarantine his team and anybody he's played against for 14 days. How do you run a schedule like that? Yeah, no, you're not playing them now because you have to be ready. And maybe you don't have to, but it would seem you would, and whatever you decide to do. Adam Silver in the league and the teams, they not only have to have a plan for reopening, they have to have a plan. What are we going to do when the first player tests positive, and even more, the second, third, fourth players? What are we doing? And are we better off reopening like they did in Japan and then having to shut down again? Or are we better off just waiting until we decide we're going to go forward, which could be a long, long time? So it's way too complicated for me to figure that out. I do know this. Adam Silver's a really sharp guy, and he's got a lot of good people in the NBA office, and they're talking about this stuff every single day. And I don't think that you'll see a reopening until they have answers to those questions, I thought the thing of, like, we're going to go to one place and quarantine all the players, that one sort of made me laugh. I mean, unless you're just going to start with 4 teams and get it over in a couple of weeks. Like first of all, are guys going to say, like, we're going to go quarantine for 2 months? I'm going to go from my hotel room and play basketball, and that's it. And then they said, well, they could have their families there with them. I'm thinking, okay, that'll work well. You got little kids who now don't even have a backyard or anything. You're just going to put them in they'll have nice suites. Hey, come on, man. And then the second thing is, like, I've been around the NBA for a long time. If you think all those guys are just going to abide by that and not like they're saying, go to Vegas. Oh, yeah. No, those guys aren't going to sneak out of their rooms and go out and try to meet other people. No, they're not going to do that. And you only need a few other people doing it. Now you're bringing it back into the whole group. And even if they would agree to do all that, okay, who's serving them food? Are you quarantining those people? You're going to tell somebody that's making minimum wage they can't go home at night? And so they could be bringing it in. I mean, it is, to me, an incredibly complex issue that I can't imagine trying to make that decision. And, you've got all these players who don't want to lose their money, which I understand, and the owners don't want to lose their money. And so you want to bring it back. You want to help all those people, but you've got all these other issues to consider. I mean, Adam Silver, I don't care how much money he's making, he's underpaid right now. Maybe not all the time, but right now he's underpaid.